My name is Justin Hanson, and I'm a senior English honors student here at Ohio State. Undergraduate research is a great way for a student to make their education their own. When you're in class, when you're doing your coursework, you don't always get to choose what you read, the authors you study, the time period you study, and sometimes you can be very interested in something, but because you're not in the right course, you can't really study it. With undergraduate research, it's a way for you to develop your own topic, read what you want to read, and interact with material the way that you want to. Well, my research project analyzes a gay liberation periodical news journal that ran from 1971 to 1985 and was based in Toronto, Ontario. And it was a very important magazine in the history of the gay rights movement. It developed sort of simultaneously with the movement at that time. And I treat it as a kind of microcosm of the early gay liberation movement. And so I analyzed the articles in the magazine. I interviewed the several writers and the founders of the magazine, and I'm trying to figure out what the character of the early gay liberation movement is and how that character came about and how it affects our understanding of sexual politics today. Well, in the humanities, you always start out with lots and lots of writing or reading, trying to read everything about your topic that you can so you can have a good background. And then you move to other works, more specific works. In my case, I was reading a lot of interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary topics. And so that is a tedious part of the research, but for me the really interesting part of my research was that I got to actually travel to Canada in New York City and interview several of the founders and writers who wrote for the body politic. And when you're reading things in English or in history, you always kind of have a list of questions that you want to answer, that you want to ask authors, but you can't. And one of those questions is, what was the author trying to accomplish? And most times you can only speculate about the answers to those questions, but for me, I actually got to go and interview these writers and ask them directly what they were trying to accomplish with their writings, and I think that was the best and most revelatory part of my research. I think on the whole, the most rewarding experience for me about conducting research is that I enjoy the challenge and I enjoy the ability to learn and to grow through scholarship. And I think that is really what scholarship is about, is learning and discovering things. The thing I always tell people who are getting interested in undergraduate research is to talk to people, talk to everyone you can about it, about what interests you. People who have conducted research and who are conducting research are always going to be able to tell you how to do it effectively and show you things that you probably wouldn't have found out on your own. Undergraduate research is a great opportunity and it's a great experience that everyone should at least think about while they're at Ohio State and while they're doing their undergraduate. If you've ever felt like you're sitting in class and wasting your time, if there's some idea out there that really captivates you but you don't know how to investigate it, undergraduate research is the way to answer those questions.